Hey guys, so a great short squeeze in XTNT today, and I want to talk about how and why we traded it today in the chat and why it was in my radar the first place. Why did we decide that it was going to be a good trade, and why did I think it was a short squeeze, and how to play it, and what I saw, and where I entered and where I exited. Alright guys, so very important lesson on XTNT. How do we trade? So let's look into the chart. So this is the daily chart first on XTNT, which is the main reason why I thought that XTNT was gonna go. So if you look here, XTNT had this before this huge candle happened today, that XTNT went up over 125%, or like actually 200%, was because XTNT had this all-time high, which was about $2.40. So if you notice here, this level, $2.40, it broke. Okay, so notice here, $2.40, it broke. Once it broke, it means now it's in a territory of nobody has ever bought this stock before above this $240 area, which means there are no sellers. If nobody has ever bought it, it means nobody can ever sell the stock, right? Because they never bought it. So if there are no sellers, what that means is that the stock is going to go up a lot more because there's only buyers, there's no sellers. The only time there are going to be sellers if once people buy above it, okay? Or people who just want to take profit, who bought it way lower, okay? But nobody is gonna sell because there's nobody red on it, right? So that's number one key, and that is why it was in my radar for a watch list to even play, and that's why XTNT went up a lot today. Okay, that's the number one key, is daily chart. So when I see there's no resistance. Number two is this. So notice here, this same line, if you go in the 1 minute chart, this same line, when it broke out, there's a huge increase of volume. Okay, that means that a lot of people are interested in buying the breakout because the stock went up into a territory where there's no buyers here before. Nobody ever bought the stock before, so it's going into a no sell territory, and that's why you see a huge move. Now I missed it because it just happened so quick, I wasn't even watching it. But once it went up and came into my radar, that's when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this is a really good contender for a nice short squeeze above. So now once it went up, notice what happened. The stock went up and it came out all the way down here. So this was a great opportunity to buy because you know there's a really nice support here. So this was a really good opportunity to buy. However, I missed it. Okay, now this is a trend here. This was a really good opportunity to buy. Okay, however, I noticed that once I missed it, I saw it here, I'm like, oh no man, I missed it. I was watching it here and it came down, and I was watching something else and I missed it. Okay, however, if the stock is truly strong, it will give you another opportunity. So I just kept watching it and saw maybe there's a good opportunity here. And then notice here, I saw this really nice wedge pattern forming, and I thought, that's when I said, guys, keep an eye on XTNT. It's making a massive wedge pattern, to all you guys in the chat, right? And that's what I saw, this really nice wedge pattern. You see this price getting squeezed. Again, this is the wedge. This wedge. Okay, so this wedge pattern, I saw a massive wedge pattern because it was a very big wedge pattern. Okay, so what the price was basically squeezing it, and then once it broke out, I got in right here, and then as soon as I got in right here, my stop loss was if it comes back down inside the wedge, and it never did. You see how it tested, and almost it did, but it never did. Since it's still valid, then that's what it means. As long as it stays outside, it's still valid. And boom, once it stayed outside, boom, it pushed, right? This is like a 20% move in just 1 minute. That's what happened, okay? And then once the stock started going up, I took my first profit at $5 right here once it pushed here. And I talked about it, guys. I'm taking profit at $5.50 actually. So I took my profit at right here, I believe, and then took my profit at $5.30, and then I finally took my profit was $6.50 right here, right on top, right here, $6.50. You see that? Now, I did not know that the stock was going to go to $6.50 and then come back down. I had no idea. If I knew, then I wouldn't have sold any of my stock here, right? I have no idea. But when the stock is going up and pushing up a lot, I will take profit in case it comes back down. What if I had not sell anything and look, it came back down all the way, right? So I don't know. So what I can do is I can just keep protecting profits and take profits along the way. So if it comes back down, I don't end up losing all the money that I make. Okay. Now these are penny stocks, so you have to make sure you take profits. I trade all of these kinds of, I mostly trade blue chip stocks, but sometimes when there's a very good chart pattern, I will trade penny stocks too. Okay, so that being said, this is the whole reason why we got in. Was the first reason is that it was a daily chart breakout. Okay, and once it broke out, it stayed above this level, which was the area of support, and then it made a pattern on top of it, and that's how you look for entry. And that's it. Keep it as simple as possible. Look for patterns, trend line breaks, and then enter at the break and stop loss below it. That's it. That's it. Done. And then take profit along the way. If you keep it simple, guys, you will be consistently profitable in the market. All right, guys, so that's all I wanted to share. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment below. And if you guys like this, please make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be putting out these videos pretty much every single day. All right, guys, take care. Bye.